Hey, it's Tom Ferry. Welcome to Life by Design, your place online for ideas, inspiration, and how to stay in the right action. Continuing along with this theme of how do we make sure we always win the listing, I want to talk to you about a marketing plan and specifically two different strategies. One is called stacking the cool, and the other one's called the law of contrast. Stacking the cool and the law of contrast. So what we don't want to have happen is for you to be on an appointment today and not get the listing because somebody else outmarketed you. Somebody else showed a shinier penny than you. So the first thing you want to get is a little language. My job, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, is to expose your home to the highest number of buyers and their agents, and here's how we're going to do it. So we're going to use the law of, stack the cool, and we're going to list out every possible thing that you do, and understand that while you're stacking the cool and showing them all the different marketing you're going to do, you're also building a case around your value, which is going to come up later in the commission conversation. So the more you stack the cool, the more you show them, I'm going to do professional photography, and you're going to have your own custom website, and we're going to do a video, and we're going to professionally stage the home, and listen, you always need one or two that you do in your marketplace that either nobody else does or it's a little bit special. So as you're going through and they're saying, yeah, I kind of know everybody else does that stuff, you're stacking it and you get one or two that are like, but wait, there's more. We're also going to, and again, right, you're standing out amongst the crowd. They're going to look and say, wow, they did so much more. They've got so much more confidence. They gave me 3 different pricing options. Now we're talking marketing, but the kicker is the law of contrast. So when you say professional photography, you're going to show right out of the MLS perhaps how other agents do photos versus yours. You're going to show other agents market their properties online this way. We do this and 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 this, and I've got this many eyeballs going to my website plus the exposure of Zillow and Trulia and Realtor.com and my company's website. And by the way, law of contrast, most people don't talk about the number of unique visitors to your site, right? So you talk about, again, law of contrast. You're separating yourself from the competition. I don't want you to lose a listing this year because you didn't give them options on price and you didn't stack the cool in terms of your marketing and then create contrast between how you do it and others do it, and ultimately what it's all about, to expose your home to the highest number of potential buyers and the agents that represent them to get your home sold. So think about it. What will you do differently? How big is your stack the cool, like cool stuff that you do? And the more you can add in. Look, I've had people say to me, Tom, today the reality is when I'm talking to somebody about getting their home sold, it's pricing it correctly and hitting enter into the MLS and boom, it's got multiple offers. But that's not how you win the listing. That may be the reality of the heat and the frenzy of the market, but you win the listing by saying, creating value, I do more than anybody else. Here's how I do it. This is why I do it. And this is ultimately what's in it for you. So think about it. Stack the cool and law of contrast. Contrasting what you do versus what everybody else does. And we know who does it better. That would be you. So what are going to be those 1 or 2 things you do separately and differently? And how will you demonstrate you versus the competition to ultimately have you stand out and win every appointment you go on? Have a great Wednesday. Remember always, your strategy matters. And now more than ever, your marketing plan really rules.